Recently, I've brought my self-portrait to the public. Very accurate, I know. And I thought I should talk a little bit about the symbolism that embeds itself in it. Well, I'm gonna put it here or somewhere so that you know what I'm talking about and so I don't have to hold it up the entire time. But as you can see in the hooves, there's hooves. And that's kind of like a what is it? It's kind of like a shout out to my Capricorn sun in my zodiac chart. I definitely see a lot of goat-like energy in the way that I walk about life. And since I've been a child, I've always walked on my tippy toes. And there's a specific name for creatures in the wild that do that, but elephants do it, cats do it. Many beings that are associated with wisdom and the intuition walk on their tippy toes in nature. So I did kind of a little bit of a homage to that. And then I added the spine. I don't even know if I added the correct amount of vertebrae. I wasn't really too concerned about that part. But I feel like the spine is the place where your health either makes it or breaks it. Like if you have an unhealthy spine, I think it's very rare for people to have a healthy body and an unhealthy spine. And I think it's more common for people to have their health correspond with the health of their spine. And so, and their pelvis too. The pelvis is the root to the health of the spine. So I added that in there kind of as like a homage to how important the spine is to me. And then right there in the mid/upper part of the spine, you'll see my nervous system that looks like roots to a plant. And I always tell people this. I say I feel like humans are just really complex plants, because we kind of are. Like we have roots all throughout our system, and it's literally called a nervous system. So that was kind of a homage to that. And the projector is my favorite part. So the projector is my favorite part, and it was one of the most important parts to me because I think one of the most impactful pieces of wisdom to be integrated, at least in this lifetime for me, is the fact that the world is coming from us and not at us. And actually recently the CIA released documents disclosing that we are electromagnetic projectors. We are literally projecting our reality from our eyes. We are literally projectors. And there's this whole like I think it's Schrodinger's cat in the box theory, where if something isn't observed, it doesn't technically exist. And I think that that's true. I think that when something is not actively being observed, I don't want to say it's a void space, but I feel like what you see when you take psychedelics, that geometric face, so to speak, is what I think presents itself when a piece of reality isn't being confirmed, if that makes sense. I feel like everything is free energy, and the only thing that can argue with that is something projecting beliefs that it is not free energy, if that makes sense. So that was kind of a homage to that. And if you see the geometric shapes, that's a common theme in a lot of my art as well. So I like to add geometric shapes to kind of connect this back into the simplified version of this reality before all of our beliefs told us what a plant was, what our beliefs told us what all these different essentially shapes and colors really were. It's like it's just like a simplified version of reality. that is the truth of what we're projecting, and then our beliefs add everything onto that. And if you look at that equation in the middle of the shapes there, that equation is the equation of love, is what it's called, supposedly. And then those two intertwining circles are a homage to the flower of life. Hello. It's a homage to the flower of life. The flower of life is a bunch of intertwining circles, and it is the root of everything that has ever been created, essentially. Started from the flower of life. From what the research that I've done, at least. And so yeah, and the thing that's the film, right? The film that's running through the projector there. And so if you look at the film there, it's coming from the brainstem, and that was kind of symbolism for how our brain creates our reality, how our thoughts create our reality, and it's kind of a homage to mentalism, where the universe is mental and so forth. So yeah, and I tried to make like the little like film kind of look like an optical illusion, because at this point, what isn't an illusion? To an extent, you know, there's truth. I'm not saying there's not truth, and technically everything is also absolute truth, but at the same time, you know, we're here in a body. We're like, us being here in a body, we're not going to see everything. Which, if you're not one with everything in complete unity, and if not, I don't know. It's like, I feel like there's a sense of illusion in almost everything when you incarnate, and that's like the whole point, is the illusion of separation. So that was kind of a homage to that. And then the mind thinking that scenery right there, it's like, it's a more feminine scenery is what I kind of wanted to make it out to be. And if you look at the clock there, the clock is also the sun. So it's like time is growing these feminine seeds, kind of like time is growing these, like, is like time and truth together are kind of like perpetuating the cycle of learning through life, kind of. And then the clouds are just clouds. I didn't put too much effort in that. I don't know. There could be symbolism there too, but I mean, there's two clouds, so I guess like a balanced amount of illusion, I guess, because like if a cloud is blocking something, illusion is just something that you're not seeing, so it's like a balanced amount of illusion, I guess you could say it is, because twos are about balance. So yeah, and then there's a very faint angel wing on my signature, and also on the projector itself, and that's kind of just like a symbol for transcendence. I've always felt like that was kind of weird, and I don't feel like I quite like fit in anywhere. I feel like I'm like transcendent. So yeah, that's my self-portrait. Kind of explained a little bit. There's a lot more symbolism I could go into. There's like an infinite amount of symbolism in almost like all of my art. But I'm gonna leave everything else as a mystery. So, hope you enjoyed. Peace.